Here we go again. Same old shit, just a brand new day. I gotta tell you, man, 2K's always got something going on. Mike Wang's always tweeting about something, and he's tweeting again. I'm gonna call Mike Wang Mike Change because every time there's always something Mike Wang wants to change. So I'm gonna start calling him Mike Chang instead. And if you see these tweets, he asked another poll, how many timeouts? Well, first of all, he announced that walking size-ups will definitely be different in 2K19. So when you're coming up the court, you won't accidentally do an animation you don't want to do, which is, it's about damn time, because sometimes that's been happening and it's like, bro, why is my player doing this? Why is my player doing that? So it's nice to see that 2K is addressing this problem. But the poll he put up was regarding timeouts, because you guys know in 2K18, the big new thing is timeout cheesing. Whenever you're losing the ball, whenever the ball is going out of bounds, whenever you're diving for loose balls, everybody calls timeout, which shouldn't even be allowed, especially when you don't have full complete control of the ball. You don't have full complete control of the ball, you're losing the ball, and yet you're able to call timeout. You got two people on opposite teams fighting for one ball, but yet one person is able to call timeout and retain possession. And it's happened in the NBA 2K E-League. So it's kind of ridiculous that this has happened, but not sure why he's asking a poll about this, but he asked how many timeouts should be allowed in Pro-Am games. And as you can see the results, it's pretty much the same for each answer. I mean, the most votes are obviously 5 timeouts, which I guess it makes sense because right now it's 7 timeouts. 7 timeouts is a lot, and people start spamming timeouts like crazy. So I can see why people want 5 timeouts, you know, in a regular Pro-Am game, because now you have to use it strategically. You know, you don't have to just, and the thing about timeouts in 2K18, like I said, it's all about whenever you're losing the ball, whenever you want to get possession, people just call timeout. But if you have 5 timeouts throughout the entire game, then you're only using timeouts a couple times throughout the game, maybe to get your energy back, maybe to run a play. And some people even reply, I saw a Witness Cole reply, that timeouts should be extended similar to the NBA 2K E-League. So you should be getting like 20-second timeouts, you know, 60-second timeouts. And that might be a good idea, but I think that should be left for ranked Pro-Am. I think for regular Pro-Am, I think you know, an instant timeout might be fine, because listen, once you start doing 20-second timeouts and 60-second timeouts, and then you got people waiting and nobody's pressing circle and no one's ready to play, the game becomes much longer. So I think for ranked Pro-Am, arena Pro-Am, if you want to have, you know, 20-second timeouts, 60-second timeouts, that is fine, because they actually have that in quick game, and I think my team as well. So I think that'll be fine for ranked Pro-Am, arena Pro-Am. You want to do that? Okay, but for walk-on Pro-Am, or even they got the Jordan Rex on the back, we don't need those 60-second timeouts. But in my opinion, I think 5, you know, timeouts is a pretty good thing to have, you know. And listen, as long as they fix the cheese with the timeouts from this year's 2K, I don't really care, to be honest, man. You see, everyone's pretty much split. It's almost pretty much even for all these timeouts. I don't really much care about this, man. But you got a lot of people complaining about the things that's going on in that's coming to 2K19. And there was also another thing that Mike Wang also applied to, was the foul limit, man. So now that this man asked a question to Mike Wang, he's like, should the fouls actually be decreased in Pro-Am? You know, you got 5-minute quarters, Pro-Am, 6 fouls, and this man was asking, and Mike Wang said that this might be something that might be looked into 2K19, and I was like, I don't know, man. 6 fouls through 5-minute quarter, 4 quarters. Listen, I think it should be kept the same, because listen, of course it's not real basketball, it's not similar to the NBA, it's not 12-minute quarters. But you gotta put this in 2K's perspective, right? If you had 12-minute quarters and 4 quarters on 2K, that would be, first of all, that's a long ass game right there. Second of all, you're gonna be underestimating the amount of fouls you're gonna be getting, man. You're gonna be getting a lot of fouls, especially if you're playing a lot of minutes, man. So with the way 2K is right now, 5-minute quarters, yes, 6 fouls is not, you know, it's not anything similar to the NBA, because the NBA is 12-minute quarters. But this is a basketball game. It's a video game. So the way it is right now, I think 6 fouls is fine. Especially when, and think about it, right? You're playing every single quarter. Like, you're playing every single quarter. So by the end of the game, you've played 25 minutes. That's 5, well, it's more like 20 minutes of full basketball. But it's usually 25 to 30 minutes of basketball. And there's no substitutions. You're not getting subbed out for a bench player on the, you know, from the bench or whatever. So it's not similar to the NBA. So 6 fouls is fine, especially the way 2K be cheesing the fouls. I mean, listen, 2K has got to address the defense. A lot of people in this thread were actually complaining about the defense, complaining about spammers. And yeah, some people spam. It's true. You can even say lockdown defenders spam, but listen, lockdown defenders in this game, they definitely don't get the benefit out of the doubt sometimes, because sometimes you be playing defense with a lockdown and then shots are still falling, and it's like, bro, what, like, they really gotta address the defense in 2K19, man. If they can address the defense in 2K19 and make it more balanced, make the offense and defense more balanced to where the offensive isn't just one-sided, then the game's gonna be fine. I think the game's gonna be fine, but right now, they got a lot of problems to adjust with the defense, and a lot of people are making, you know, complaints and fucking, you know, giving information to Mike Wang, saying this and that, when it's actually the defense that needs to be addressed. Like, people want to, you know, punish spammers and stuff like that. Could affect the lockdown defenders, but they should address the defense as well. They should address a lot of stuff that's wrong with the game. But anyways, man, let me know what you think in the comment section about the foul limit and the timeout limit, man. Because as long as they address the timeout cheese, timeout should, it could stay at 7. It could stay the same. I mean, Pro-Am timeouts, they should have 20-second timeouts, like I said, and 60-second timeouts. And then, of course, 5-minute quarters. Keep the foul limit the same. But anyways, man, leave a like for more Slasher gameplay coming out. I'm trying, man. It's been busy with work and stuff like that, but it's coming out soon, man. But anyways, I'm out for now. Peace.